The U.S. Navy has acknowledged the need for developing the next-generation anti-ship missile. Anti-ship missile has been the area of concern for some time now. The U.S. Harpoon missile is comprehensively outgunned by Indo-Russian BrahMos. India is an ally but Russia is a rival, and has deployed BrahMos to counter the U.S. Navy. Harpoon Block 2ER, extended range, is an over-the-horizon, anti-ship missile manufactured by Boeing. It is major upgrade of Harpoon Block 1 missile and is currently the main ASM, anti-ship missile in USA's armor. Harpoon 2ER has improved turbojet engine with electronic fuel controls, giving it much greater range when compared to its predecessor. It uses solid propellant booster for surface and submarine launch. It has a capability to reach targets at a maximum distance of 124 km. Harpoon is powered by traditional solid propellant engine. Harpoon has speed of 0.7 Mach, which means it has high subsonic speed but not supersonic. The design is of older generation and coupled with low speed, it is vulnerable to air defenses. BrahMos is one-of-a-kind anti-ship missile, which has supersonic speed. It travels at 2.73.0 Mach. It is a two-stage missile with a solid propellant booster engine as its first stage, which brings it to supersonic speed and then gets separated. The liquid ramjet or the second stage then takes the missile closer to 3 Mach speed in cruise phase. Currently BrahMos has a range of 295 kilometers. Recently India has entered into the Missile Technology Control Regime, which effectively gives it a free hand in developing or importing long-range missiles from other countries. India and Russia has decided to double the range of BrahMos missile from existing 295 kilometers to 600 kilometers. Russian President Putin made a mention of this last year, when speaking to journalists. From Russia he said, "We have agreed to improve the BrahMos missile, which will be land, air and sea launched. We will also work to increase its range." In both range and speed BrahMos is far ahead of Harpoon 2ER, and pose one the strongest challenge to U.S. naval fleet. Russia is already working on hypersonic version of BrahMos and it is also developing Zircon missile, which reached speed of Mach 8 in recent test. Both of these employ scramjet engines. The AGM-158 SEAL RASM is a stealthy anti-ship cruise missile under development for the United States Navy. The joint DARPA and U.S. Navy LRASA program was initiated in 2009 to deliver a new generation of anti-ship weapons, offering longer ranges and better odds against improving air defense systems. Rob McHenry, a program manager in the Tactical Technology Office at DARPA, explained it this way to Aviation Week. "We want U.S. Navy cruisers and destroyers to be able to stand off from outside of potential adversaries' direct counter-fire range, and be able to safely engage and destroy high-value targets they may be engaging against from extended range, well beyond potential adversary ranges that we may have to face. Once the missile flies that far, it has a requirement to be able to independently detect and validate the target that it was shot at. Finding that target, the missile will have to be able to penetrate the air defenses and finally, once it gets to that target, it has to have a lethal capability to make a difference. It will be a major leap over Harpoon 2ER. Though it will have extremely advanced automated targeting system, it will still be a subsonic missile. By the time of its deployment, Russia will be in position to field BrahMos 2 as well as Zircon, both of which will be hypersonic missile. As per the above details, it can be concluded that US will still be lagging in the anti-ship missile category when compared to Russia.